Right, Jack? If everybody can move into the bar area who might be out, still coming in from the front door, that would be great.
They got it up. Okay.
Well, thank you all so very, very much for coming. This is, as you know, our annual Gold Blue event. And we're going to have a great evening, and it's great to see so many people here already. I know more people will be coming in a little while, and our chairman, Mark English, will have some things to say as part of the formal program in about an hour or so. However, before we get to the program and your opportunity to hear from all of the candidates, hello? We are Democrats, and we like to have fun. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We have a special guest with us this evening, okay? And she's extremely busy and has taken time out of her schedule to be here with us. This is our Lieutenant Governor, Kathy Hochul. And I know many of you have met the Lieutenant Governor already at many events. You know of her many, many years of public service in Erie County. You know of her service in the United States Congress. And you certainly know of her service as our, I still say new Lieutenant Governor, but it's almost 2 years now that she ran with Governor Cuomo in 2014 on the ticket, and she has literally been everywhere. Those of you who follow politics in New York State, you look at the schedule on City State, right, every day, you see who is where. You see Lieutenant Governor Hochul's name all over the state of New York. And I can tell you from my perspective, and I will bet that I'm also speaking for Assemblyman Sturpey and Assemblywoman Hunter and Assemblyman Magnarelli, who are here as well. As upstate Democrats, we have no better friend in Albany than our Lieutenant Governor, Kathy Hochul, and that is so, so important that we can count on that support. She is the eyes and ears of Governor Cuomo all across the state, but especially here in upstate. So she does have a very busy schedule. She wanted to stop by and be with us for a few moments and share some of the thoughts that she has. And with that, I ask Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul.
All right, a little more vertically challenged than our senator. Sorry about that. And, thank you so much, and I really appreciate, first of all, the invitation to be here. This came about because I just had a spectacular time with Senator Gillibrand, and I think Peggy Chase was there and a few others, as we traipsed around the Syracuse Fair, eating everything under the sun. We had the best time. Supposedly they were looking at all the new improvements. I just ate my way to that place. We had a great time. But afterward, I made sure I stopped and said hello to our chairman. And we had a great conversation. I want to get caught up on the pulse of what's going on here, what the key races are, who's doing what, how things are looking for Hillary. And he said to me, there's any chance you can come and stop by my party? And I said, if I can, I will. So yesterday I woke up in Buffalo, went to New York City, Poughkeepsie, Newburgh, Albany, Lake Placid. Woke up in Lake Placid and did, oh my God, where was I? I spoke at a conference there, worked my way down to the Maple Museum in Croton, and then I went to a little maple farm, and then I hit this on my way back, and I think I'm going to see someone who calls himself my husband late tonight in Buffalo. So you know what? This is a place I want to be, though, because first of all, I have a real bias towards Syracuse. I'm a Syracuse University graduate. And one of the most fun things I did as Lieutenant Governor is our great senator told you, I get to travel around and I get to say, hey, I want to do that. When I was asked if I would represent the governor at the rallies for the men's and women's basketball teams at Syracuse University, that goes right at the top of my list of the coolest things I've ever done. And that was awesome for me to see how far the men game and the women make it into the finals. So I'll come down. And we'll talk about football a little later. But I love coming back here because I feel I know this community. I mean, this is not going somewhere else where I have to ask for a GPS to get places. I understand, I know this community, and I know that you, first of all, are represented by phenomenal elected officials. I spent a lot of time with Senator David Valesky, and he is a true champion of this area. He wears this region on his sleeve. He talks about it constantly, and it's been a real thrill to work with you as a partner in state government, first of all. My friend Al Sturpey, who claims he's been knocking on every door 1,000 times.
Yes.
great partner. We need to return you and make sure that you are there, continuing your fight in this area. Let's give it up for our great assembly. Rally and I have worked very close together since I started running for office a couple of years ago. He's been at my side. The governor is a great partner. I want to thank him for his service. Well, Ben Rally's here. And Pam Hunter, who comes to all my rallies, all my women's events, and she's out there just as tough as nails, fighting the good fight. A little bit in the minority side in Albany as being a woman. There are only 26% of the elected assembly members and senators and some that are women, so we got a little ways to go, but Pam's out there forging ever onward, and we do appreciate working with her. So you've got great representatives at the state level. I get to work with them. That's why I wanted to give them a special shout. I know we've got some of our county legislators here, Linda Urban and Peggy Chase. We walked by the fair. Chris Ryan's here. City Councilmember Helen Hudson's here. And of course, we have some people that are fantastic candidates. And I've seen Colleen Deacon knock herself out. I saw her at the Wayne County picnic, and she's all over the place. Let's give it up to her, because I know she's going to win. And I'll tell you why she's going to win, okay? And you heard it here first. Because we've concluded that at some point, the Republicans are going to be so demoralized, so deflated, so embarrassed that they're not even going to get out of bed on election day. Okay? So when they stay in bed and just pull the covers over their eyes and pray for the next election, people like Colleen are just going to power right to that finish line, and she's going to get it. But also, I can tell you all about the accomplishments that we've done in upstate New York, but I think the main point is that we have a governor who actually realizes there is an upstate New York, and that's progress. We've gone through most of my life. I was a local committeeman, town councilor, county official in Congress, and we suffered from the benign neglect. Nobody cared about upstate because all the political clout, and you'll attest to this, was downstate because of the votes, therefore they had more representatives, and all the money was sucked down to downstate. And the governor came here, and he said, that's not fair. That is not fair to upstate New York. And he's been fighting nonstop to help bring back the spotlight of attention, and bring back economic development, and bring back jobs on upstate New York. So you look at a place like Onondaga County, when he was first elected, unemployment was almost 9% in this area. We've now dropped to 4%. That means people are back to work here in Onondaga County. That is the trend I want to see. And with our partners in state government, we have a minimum wage increase of $15 an hour, setting the pace for the rest of the country. You should be proud of that as a Democrat here in the state of New York. Paid family leave, marriage equality, fighting sexual assault on college campuses. We have done so much. And I could go on and on and on. And I know I'm standing between you and your drinks. I'm not going to do that to you. But there's one more person, in addition to our governor, I've got to talk about, or shame on me. I need every single person, before you leave here tonight, to make sure you say hi to Ashley, who's wearing all the Hillary stuff, okay? You sign up with her, you give her every ounce of your time that you can. Get on a bus, get on a call, get on something. But I don't want to wake up on election day and say, we did not leave it on the table for our standing statewide candidates, our local candidates, our congressional candidates. But my God, what's going to happen to America if we don't get out there and fight for someone who fought for us as our senator for 8 solid years? She had our back. We're going to have hers. Let's bring it home for Hillary Clinton. I will simply say, Mark, anytime you invite me, I'll be back, and I want to thank you specifically for your leadership, your ability to bring out this kind of crowd of Democrats. This is more Democrats than I had in my entire congressional district, over 7 counties.